Welcome to our next video here by Howard Piano Industries. Today we're going to be showing you how to remove the action stack and the keys from a grand piano action. Fairly simple process. In a previous video that we made, we showed you how to take the whole action and keys out of a grand piano. So once you've gotten it taken out, we've got it here on our workbench. We're going to show you how to remove the action stack. Like I said, it's a fairly simple process. Right here are the action brackets, or the action brackets that hold everything together. Okay, and there's usually 4 or 5 on a grand piano. This one happens to have 5, but these action brackets are screwed down to the key bed. Okay, this right here is the key bed, or the key frame. And what it is there's usually screws in the front and the back of each action bracket that holds the whole action stack, which is this whole entire assembly right here. This is the action stack that we're going to be able to take off so that the keys can be removed. Now I've already loosened these screws. Now you want to make sure when you take the screws out that you keep them in order and put them back in the same holes, because they might not be identical. They aren't actually in this piano identical, so we want to make sure that the screws go. I've just made this little template from a or something to hold the screws, just so I can remember which screw goes where. But if you have something that you can use, a piece of cardboard or foam or something to stick the screws in, works also. So I just put them in here so I can remember which one. Now sometimes the screws are down between the keys and they're a little bit hard to grab, so having this magnetic telescoping pickup tool is helpful once you've got them loosened, and makes it easy to pull the screws out when they're a little bit harder to access. So I'm just going to take the screws out here. Like I say, I've already loosened them. Okay, and once we have the screws taken out, then we can take the action stack off. All right. Okay, so we got the screws out. Then, in most cases, the action stack is just going to lift right off. Okay, so that's all one piece there. We've got the brackets and the rails and the whippings and the shanks and flanges and everything all in one piece there, or one thing. So I'm just going to set this over here out of the way. You want to make sure you set it in a way. If you've got a bench to set it on, that's great. Somewhere where it's not going to get knocked over, tipped over, or anything where it could get damaged. So I've set that out of the way. So now here we've got just the key frame, key bed, and the key frame and the keys. Okay, so the keys come off fairly simple once you've got the action stack off. Now what they are sitting over these balance rail pins. Okay, so here we've got the balance rail pins. You want to make sure when you take the keys off that you lift them up directly off the keys rather than at an angle. Like, don't lift the front and not the back at the same time, because what that can do is that can enlarge this hole and make it a funny shape, and so that keys don't work as well. So you want to make sure not to damage the keys by lifting the key up directly straight up off the pin. Okay, so once you've got all the keys off, then you can do other actions that you need to, like replacing the felts underneath the keys, or taking the key frame and bedding it to the key bed in the grand piano. So a fairly simple process, like I say, to remove the action stack and the keys from a grand piano. Feel free to visit our website to see all of our piano repair videos. It's howardpianoindustries.com.